Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the October 22nd, the Thirsty Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. I hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, well, we've got you covered there, too. You can always send me an email. Send it early, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thirsty Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Les Show. Right now we got a mixed bag out here amongst all the indices. You've got the Dow trading higher, 32 points. The S&P up 3. NASDAQ 100 is the troubled child out here, down 50 points, about 0.4%. Russell's up 16 points. No trouble there. The semis are flat. They're down 3 points. New York Stock Exchange up 62. Wilshire's up 86. Trannies are down 16. And we're all over the board. Not all over the board is the gold contract. It's off $27 right now. Trade out at 1902. 1922 is that key level of resistance. As long as price remains below that, it's not good for the bulls when it comes to Goldilocks. Silver down 56 pennies, trade down at 24.67. We'll get a feel for where we'll go take a look at the charts to figure out where price is headed to. Light sweet crude is up 58 cents, trade out at 40.61. Natural gas is up a penny, leading the charge dollar-wise, by the way, to the upside. Align Technologies, $112 or 33%. That is a big mover out there. Bookings is up $70 or 4%. Google's up 14, Snap-on up 13, Thermo Fisher's up 13. To the downside, Chipotle. It's got a hotsy pepper. It's off 62 buckaroonies out here. 13.04 is where it's trading. Amazon down 35, trading out at 31.49. Google, Shopify is trading out at 1,013. That's down nearly 2% or $18. Grainger worldwide down $16, off 14%. So where do we want to begin? I don't even know. Let's begin by taking a look at short-term time frame charts out here. Let's try to see if we get a feel for what these markets are doing out here. So let's begin by taking a look at the ES Mini. So here, I'll pull over my 30-minute time frame chart for the ES Mini, and here's what we know has transpired so far today. I've got to get the chart here to extend itself. So what's transpired so far today, price right now is trying to, this would be the second time, it's trying to close above its U.S. opening range. The U.S. opening range level is 34.3350. We had a slight close above it. Only one bar. You know Stevie's rule. Like to see two bars closing above a level of resistance or below a level of support. We had the first, this was at 10 o'clock this morning. We had the ES Mini try to get above that 34.33 level, and then it got the kibosh, moved lower. Now, in that move lower, all that transpired inside the ES Mini was a test of its breakout support. And that breakout support level is 34.1125. So what we know as of 110 in the afternoon is earlier in the day, sellers tried to bust out support on a 30-minute time frame, unable to do so. You know Tom's expression, it can't bust them to the downside, it tries to bust them to the upside. Well, the upside is where price is trading in essence right now. Now, when I say right now, 34.3350, we're at 34.38 as we speak. So a close at 130 above 34.3350. And then again, at the 2 o'clock hour, that's going to suggest you should anticipate and expect the ES Mini to make a run for its next breakdown area. And that next breakdown area would be 34.5750. But price must close above this 34.3350 level first. That's what's going on inside the ES Mini. Let's go take a look at the Russell 2000, because that's one that's up 1%. The question you should have, the question I should have is, well, Steve-O, is that above your opening range levels, or what else is going on? The answer to that question is yes. It's opening range. So here's what the Russell 2000 did on its pullback that we saw that took place at about 10 o'clock this morning. All it did was pull back to test its TD9 breakdown level. Old resistance has proven to now become new support, and that's at the 1604.30 level. And as subscribers knew this morning when we were taking a look at it, it was like, wow, this is very bullish message here coming from the small caps. Now, where are the small caps headed to? Great question. And unless a bearish reversal candle forms, because price is beginning to rise, doing so with less relative energy out there, only if a bearish reversal candle forms will that pattern mean anything to you, me, or the tree, whoever the tree is. So price is headed to, I asked you this question, just stay on target here, Steve-O, 1627.80. You're at 1621.90. Now, I'm not saying that price can't take out 1627.80. I'm just telling you, I'm just sharing with you that is where price is projected to head. That is its next breakdown level. You get through one area, you likely go to the next, and so on and so forth out there. So the Russell 2000 looking very bullish. That would be unless a bearish reversal candle were to form. Let's go take a look at the Dow out here. Take a look at the YM. It, too, just like the ES Mini, is right now trying to take out its U.S. opening range. That print is 28,155. We're about 30 points above that right now. So two closes above 28,155 are going to suggest a move in the Dow equity future contract to head out to 28,367. Now, what the Dow equity future contract did, just like the ES Mini this morning on its pullback, did nothing more than pull back and test support. And support was 27,961. Please, folks, if you are trading intraday, I don't care what time frame it is, but most certainly intraday, please learn the TD9 system. Use those breakout and breakdown levels because they will assist you more than anything that I can find out here. So 28,155, two closes above that, say 28,367. That would be the next breakdown level for the Dow equity future contract. Now let's go take a look at the troubled child out there, and that is the NQ, down 19 points right now. And the question is, what did it do today out here? Can we find any kind of pattern? And I think the answer is that pattern that we can find here is called the helter-skelter pattern. Just kidding you. Yeah, actually, what we have out here, I can't draw it in on my system, but I can show you with my cursor. This created a butterfly buy pattern early this morning at the low when it created that little hammer candle at around 10:30. So to create that butterfly pattern, we start here at this TD9 count over on my left, and then we would move up to the high out here. Then we would take a look at the A to B equals CD pattern. The B point here would actually, of the A to B, would actually be the B point of the Chapman wave count. Price would get all the way up into this dark cloud cover, all the way back to that hammer, and that created a butterfly buy pattern. That was confirmed with this bullish engulfing candle. Key levels to be watched on the NQ, 11,697.75. You close above that for two cycles, well, it's only 11,742. That's the next target, but above 11,742, oh, that would be a different message. And that message would be 11,867. We're just trading by the numbers here with Stevie at 1:14 in the afternoon. We'll be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. I had a request inside the Tiger's Den by John to take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, the US 100 indice out here. John, I don't have this symbol in my other set of tools out there. I just realized that. I'll have to build that, so I won't be able to do the thorough analysis that I like to do for you. So I'll try to get that done and have that tomorrow. Certainly, hopefully I'll just put that on my list of things to do. But we can still take a look at the chart. I can take a look at it through my black background charts, my e-signal charts out here. But it's just not going to give us all of the information that I would prefer to have out here. But here's what we do know. You can see a couple of rising trend lines out here that are in play. Today, if the New York Stock Exchange can close, this indice, the 100 can just trade above 11,101.11. I'm sorry. Let me 11,101.11 out there. Then you'd have a key reversal bar, potentially a key reversal bar out here, where the low and high from yesterday get exceeded, but we're not really in a stretch condition out here. I guess the only thing I can pull and glean from this chart out here, because I don't have profiles that I can use or anything else, is that you just may have a consolidation pattern that really is in play out here, and that consolidation pattern inside this indice would look something like this. So we can see where the making out the high, that's pretty easy to do out here, and I would say that's pretty good with regard to the consolidation level inside the NYSE 100. So this looks like it's really in a consolidation at the moment. I hope that helps you out. Again, tomorrow, if I've got all the tools out there, we'll take a look at it then. Do have a request that came in from Ian Miller. No, Ian wanted to take a look at PFSI. So, and he's trying to take a long position, or is evaluating it for a long position here. I did create this new little tool out here for when people call in or just take a look at what's going on in general indices. Now this tool, so it's PennyMac Financial. that Ian is interested in. And what we have up here that's going across the top line, we know it's trading at 56.12, by the way. With regard to a key level of support, you can go all the way over on the right-hand side. You got the daily TD9 support level at 56.50. So what you know and I know right now, just by looking at the numbers, is that price is trading below a key level of support at 56.50. And so it would now be and that's also one of the reasons, well, it's one of the reasons why for the daily outlook we've got bull over as its signal. So here you've got a daily, a weekly, a monthly. You've got a 15-minute, a 30-minute, a 65-minute, and a 130-minute. Now, the reason why I'm using 15, 30, 65, and 130 for cash indice type or New York stock trading, New York stock hours trading instruments is because we can divide 6.5 hours and get equal bars on a 15-minute time frame and a 30-minute time frame and a 65-minute time frame and a 130-minute time frame. The only other intraday pattern that we could go to would be 195 out there. So, you're taking 390 dividing it by 2. So you'd have 2 bars for the day. So I don't have that one up there. But here, now that we have, you like to have equally distributed bars, the exact same time frames out there. It never made sense to me that you would use something other than an equally distributed time frame out here. So now you can see in the short term, you've got all this, right? If we were going to see, and Ian's question here, now Ian and I had conversed earlier, exchanged some emails, and his question was, is if it holds a certain level, is now the time to come in? That certain level might have been 56.50. I'd have to go back and look, but in an instrument that's moving lower, we know that it did make a Chapman wave peak G, so that's up at its high out there. This much I know. As far as down days and counts through yesterday, so it's only going to have the count. It's not going to calculate today's count because today's not over. But through yesterday, it was in bar number 4 to the downside. So we know a lot about Penny Mac and what before Ian would consider taking a position in this, he'd want to see the short-term time frame charts not be in bearish positions out here. So I've got different types of bears: strong bear, breakdown bear, a cuddly bear. No, I'm just kidding. Although I probably should add cuddly bear to one of those market outlooks. Now let's just go take a look at PFSI and pull that up. But in a heartbeat, I could type in any symbol and understand where we're at and what the signals are for multiple time frames. Very similar to what it is that I do in the morning, but trying to build something specific for this show to help traders out, and in a second be able to put in the symbol, see where it's at for those different time frames, because each trader is using different time frames. So now let me go find PFSI out here. Well, I can PFSI, and I just got to pull over my chart. I probably should have populated it while we're on the screen out here, but hey, Stevie wasn't that smart to think that far ahead. But now we take a look at the daily time frame. You're going to see what, in essence, we looked at just simply by going to the numbers out there, by going to a table. So now you can see prices trading. So you can see wave number 7. That's letter G up at the top of the screen out here. So that's what was showing up on my screen. You can see yesterday, day number 4 of a TD9 count. Today will be day number 5, obviously, but price is below 56.50. So Ian was interested in building a position. Would we suggest to Ian that now would be the time if it closes below 56.50? And of course, the answer is no, we wouldn't do that. In fact, if it closed below 56.50, we'd say, hey, Ian, see if tomorrow closes below 56.50. Because if it does, price is headed to 43.10. 43.10 would be the next breakout level. However, we would say, well, maybe not so fast. Maybe price doesn't get down to 43.10. Why would that be? Well, today's going to be day number 5 of a TD9 count. We don't know if this will actually form a TD9 count, but should it do that and the low form on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9, that would be the signal of a potential bottom for Ian to consider. That won't take place until sometime next week. So that's the daily time frame. The weekly time frame out here is now showing us, okay, there's trouble in River City. On a weekly basis, if price closes below 59.02, that's suggesting lower price, and lower price could be $37 out there. So that says, hey, be careful. The monthly time frame shows prices moving higher, doing less relative energy. You've got a shooting star, but it's only the 23rd, and so it's hard to call a candle until the candle is completed out here. But nonetheless, it's not really a great sign on the monthly time frame. So if we start going into the shorter term time frames here where we can see prices moving lower, it is doing so with less relative energy out there. If it had a bullish reversal candle, then it would be suggesting a bounce perhaps up to the 58.40 level. But we can look at each of these different time frames out here. Here are the equally weighted bars. 30-minute price moving lower, doing less relative energy. 60-minute time frame, 65-minute I should say. Is in wave number 7. That's letter G. You can see that on my screen out here. The 2-hour, which is 2-hour plus, because it's 130 minutes out here. No bottom signal there. And price closing below 59.24. It's TD9 breakout level. And doing so and taking out a TD9 count. So this tells us about strong momentum in PFSI to the downside. And for the 2-hour, the 130-minute time frame chart, you're looking at 55.30 as being its next targeted stop area. And then the 195-minute chart, again, we're not looking at anything good here. So, Ian, you've got to sit on your hands here for a while. I'd say at this stage here, with price closing below the TD9 breakout level, is come back to this next week, and let's see what kind of patterns unfold there. So feel free, folks. You can, if you're inside the Tiger's Den, if you want me to take a look at something, please feel free to go ahead and put that instrument in. I'll be happy to do so. In the meantime, as we go to this breakout here, I'll check all my emails. I see I've got one from Leonardo DiCaprio. Looks like Bob might have written in. And we'll keep a look at Jared's got a question, so we'll be right back and answer all those questions. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we've had some requests out here to take a look at symbols such as APPS. We can see on the daily outlook, we see the daily, the weekly, the monthly. It says bull over for the daily, bullish on the weekly, and it's in a breakout mode on the monthly time frame. We've been asked to take a look at Vista Gold, VGZ, the GDX, and HIBS. So let's go begin taking a look at these instruments, and then Ruby and the Tigers Den wants to take a look at feeder cattle, take a look at hogs. We'll go take a look at hogs out there. So let's go take a look at, what the heck here? Let's go take a look at, first let's go to a question that came in earlier from Bob. And Bob's question was, can we get a bounce on S&P here in the short term? Thank you. That was sent in just after 9. So I think we really covered that, but but the answer was, Bob, and I think you got it out here. But if not, I just want to make sure that I do cover it and go back to the ES Mini out here. And in its case, so we're looking at the ES Mini, we're looking at the short-term time frame chart. Again, just to summarize what we know about the ES Mini as we speak right now at 131, the push lower today was nothing more than a push back to a support area, breakout support area, 34.1125. We did get a close above 34.3350 at 1:30. Bob, if there's a close above 34.3350 at 2 p.m., then the answer is yes. And the price target to the upside for the ES Mini would be 34.5750. That would then go ahead and get you some additional rally inside of the S&P 500, which was your question out there. We've got a caller on the line. Let's go out to Boston and speak with Jerry. Jerry, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
All right. How are you?
I am doing very well. Can you tell me the ticker symbol that you're calling about?
ADS.
Okay. And what are you doing and how can I help you?
Well, I bought it at 43, looking for 60. It ran up to 56, and now it's at 49, and I'm debating whether to add to it.
Got it. Okay. So this is Alliance Data Systems. And right now, what you're looking for today, so ideally, this would close above 48.67. 48.67, Jerry, happens to be the bottom of a bullish structured daily profile that formed yesterday. By chance, are you watching this on Tiger TV?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the chart on the very left-hand side. And to make it easier, I'm going to take that chart, and I'm just simply going to turn off the price so you can see the profile, and I can discuss that with you. So I'm turning price off here. And now what you can see is you're going to see a small green line, blue line, and a red line. That is your market profile. And so this is kind of like our first down markers, so to speak. At the bottom of the box at 48.67 are strictly buyers. At the top of the profile are strictly sellers, 55.50. The center line, which happens to be at 49.53, is where both buyers and sellers believe there's fair value within that entire range, 48.67 to 55.50. Since there's both buyers and sellers there, I kind of make it equally 50-50. So that puts buyers at 48.67 and buyers at 49.53. That's a strong support level. If price closes below that 2 sessions in a row, this tells us that price wants to continue to pull back, and therefore we'd say, maybe now is not the time to add to that position. That isn't looking at these charts here. And yesterday was a slight close below that level, so this would be day number 2. Any questions about the daily time frame chart that we just looked at there, or the profiles or anything?
No.
Okay.
They report earnings on the 29th, which is like next week. And it looked to me like 3 people came out and recommended it with targets of like 68 to 72, and it had this big run-up, and I think it got over-owned by traders. And then when it started down, they're just bailing out.
Yes.
And I'm buying it on a fundamental basis.
Understood. And so what I can share with you is, like, technically, where would be the buy areas, and closing below, and I don't know where it will close today, but closing below the bottom of bullish structured profile would always give me a pause out there, and I think it should for you as well. And in fact, I would say the downside target here assuming that you get a second close below the bottom of that daily profile today, the downside target is actually around the 31.55 to 28.84 level, should they simply disappoint. And that comes from the bottom of the weekly profile, which is down at the 28.84 level. But as I look to the monthly time frame, which is also a bullish structured profile, the bottom of that box is 31.55. So those would be downside price targets out there. Let me pull over my other charts, Jerry, because we want to look to see, is there anything else, any other signals that we can find in Alliance data systems. And so when I pull up the daily time frame out here, I show it, I don't show anything different. I do show, so I would say on a daily basis, if price closes below the bottom of this daily profile, the price target, the technical price target is 42.11. That is where price most recently broke out. It did have a TD9 count that didn't identify a top, but that becomes your breakout level of 42.11 on the daily time frame. The weekly time frame says the price level of 37.56. Now that 37.56 is going to change because that's my oscillator and change line. As price goes up or down, that's going to move up slightly higher or lower. But it's the 37.50-ish range out there that the weekly chart is giving to us. On the monthly basis, not really providing us with a ton of information. If this did break out, the monthly chart, if this were to break out, then the price target is $161 to the sorry, that's the monthly time frame. Let me get the weekly for you. Is a 113.28, but we're not there just yet. So
the company really disappointed, as you can see.
Yes.
And now its earnings seem to be back on track, and Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and J.P. Morgan are recommending it. And talking about earning $8, and it just looks very interesting to me.
Sure.
But it's a wild animal. Yep.
Yeah. So you still own it. So here's something of interest. I've got a 30-minute time frame chart up, and price was pushing lower, doing it with less relative energy, and it generated a nice bullish reversal candle, and it did this at 12:30. And so it's got the valid bottoming signal. And what that means to me is if this really has any kind of strength at all with that bottoming signal, price should be able to get back over the bottom of that bullish structured profile. And I would say, Jerry, if it doesn't get above the 48.67, there's something else wrong. Or it's at least telling you that it wants to move lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably I'd wait for it to break above 49.5 to buy it, sort of thing.
Okay. That would be, well, because this is such a wide profile, what I have experienced is that when you see price close above the top of close above the high, above the center of the TAS market profile, that's 49.53. Usually when you close above the center of a bullish structured profile, buyers are able to push it all the way up to the top. And that'd be a nice trade, nice trade, because that'd be 55.50 that you'd be looking at. It's something that you follow and that you're interested in, okay?
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. You bet. Thanks so much for calling. That was Jerry in Boston. So we're about to go to a break here, folks. When we come back for the break, if we don't have another caller, we'll go to our next requested instrument, this one coming from Leonardo DiCaprio. Just kidding. But that's taking a look at ticker symbol APPS. And APPS is the Digital Tribune. Before we close out, that is trading below the bottom of its daily bullish structured profile. This would be day number 2. This says this wants lower price. We'll try to figure out for Leonardo where that lower price is at. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, But when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We were taking a look at the APPS before we went to that breakout there, and Leonardo would like an entry point. Now, the problem here is that prices we've established that there's likely a change in trend that is underway because we have now 2 closes below the bottom of bullish structure daily profile. The other profiles, weekly and monthly, they're so far down there. $17.10 and $5.43. I don't know that those are really the buy areas. So let's go to my other chart, see if we can figure anything out here. Let's go ahead and populate this daily time frame chart. And so the next potential Leonardo buy area is 3111. 3111 is the TD9 breakout level. Today's going to be bar number 4 of the TD9 count. Ideally, you'd get a 9 count at 3111 out there, and I don't know if that's realistic or not. But you're asking for one potential buy area, 3111. But if price were to close below that area, that's saying 2107 becomes the next price target area. I would say in between 3111 and 2107 is where you could also get that TD9 count bottom. So you'd want to see some type of bottoming pattern. This top with wave number 7, that is letter G, a Rhodes momentum indicator pattern as well. So it's got a nice top, and 3111 becomes the area to be watching and observing, see how price handles that. At the same time that that's going to take place, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator top on the weekly time frame. And Stevie's green line is at 3173, and if price were to close below 3173 on a weekly basis, that tells you about an even further retracement. So you've got to be cautious on this one because of the weekly topping pattern that you have. On the monthly, we don't have a topping pattern or anything, so we'll just let it be controlled by the daily and the weekly right now, and I think you just got to be patient on that, Leonardo. So watch 3111. Hope that helps you out, and I look forward to helping you further on that as price moves down towards those areas. John had asked me about the New York Stock Exchange 100 earlier, and I did find another chart that I did have on my older version of Ninja Trader out here. Still white background chart. So here's what we do know. What the New York Stock Exchange 100, this is just taking a look at the U.S., top 100 U.S. companies inside the New York Stock Exchange. This completed a sell the D point. It did it when it generated this little shooting star candle about 4 days ago. Price is below Stevie's green line. This is signaling to us, John, that price wants to move back to its breakout level, and that's at 10,749.99. So I hope that helps you out with regard to the signals coming from the NYSE US 100 out there. Our next question, Ruby had asked about hogs, I believe. So let me go get that. She was next in line out here. So let's go take a look at hogs. Where are they? There we go. So here's lean hogs. And we take a look at lean hogs. So this is really interesting. So subscribers and I were looking at this. We noticed this a few days ago that, in fact, it was last week when we drew in the consolidation pattern. And that's the first yellow box. That's the lower yellow box out there. So lean hogs had established a real nice consolidation. And so I drew in the measured move back on October the 14th. And as soon as price closed above that consolidation, we said, well, that sets up a measured move equal to or greater than a consolidation. And lo and behold, a few days ago, on the trading day of October 19th, that's exactly what lean hogs did. I did not draw these rectangles in after the fact. It was before the fact out here. Okay, so now we have that, Ruby. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those boxes because that was the easy setup. Now price is pulled back, and it is below the top of that consolidation. But more so than that, Ruby, you've got a brand new bullish structured profile that is formed. So price has found support either today or between the price level of this bullish structured profile. So today the center is 66.48. We're trading right now at 66.62. Price has tested that level. So your support area is 65.69 to 66.48. This is the December lean hogs contract out there. If price were to close below the bottom of that profile, I've got a little rising trend line out here, and that's where price would likely target. So that's what I see when we take a look at lean hogs. And I hope that helps you out. And if not, you'll let me know. S&P wanted to take a look at SPCE. So let's go pull that up. Let's put that. If you give me a moment here, let me get back here to SP. Where we go? 3 time frame. So we want to take a look at SPCE. I think that's Virgin Atlantic out there, Virgin Galactic. So you've got a brand new profile that is formed today. Okay, interesting. So I had a big move to the downside yesterday, and the price target was going to be the bottom of that profile. But at this stage here, lo and behold, it's been usurped by a brand new profile that is formed out here. So S&P, SPCE should have support at 2037. It's bullish in structure because the center line is at 2170, so it is closer in proximity to the bottom than it is to the top, 2393. I'm not saying that price will make its move to 2393. I wouldn't say that unless we saw a close above 2170. But with regard to SPCE, you do have a bottom of a profile that is out there. So at least you know where the buyers are at. Now, is that enough to go ahead and take a long trade here? You know, I would have to say that if price tomorrow closed above 2088, the answer to that question could be yes. Why? Well, it could be yes because price will have rejected the top of its weekly profile for 3 weeks in a row out there. And at least having that daily new bullish structured profile out there, at least your back would be up against the wall to consider taking that trade out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at the black background charts. Real quickly, as we move over to my white background charts, is there any additional information out here to help us? There's not on the daily time frame. There is not on the weekly, although I take that back. In the weekly, we can also see this week's push lower, which would really be yesterday, right, was nothing more than a test of the weekly oscillator and change line, 2018. And as long price remains above that, that is still bullish out here. Monthly, not enough data. So, okay, so we did relook at it after yesterday's sell-off, and you've got new information out there, and that new information should be able to assist you with your trading decisions. So I hope that helps you out, and that was S&P in our Tiger's Den. Let's go to our next question out here. This one coming in from HD out here. HD wants to take a look at VGZ. Boy, we're just talking in code out here. But we're just going to go right to my white background charts, and we'll take a look at Vista Gold. Vista Gold right now shows a hammer candle But the question is that the completion of any kind of pattern? And I don't have the completion of any kind of pattern here just yet. And prices below the bottom of its daily profile, and as well as Stevie's red line out there. So I'd be cautious out here. Price may be targeting 85 cents. You're saying, what do you think about VGZ as a long? I would feel better about it if we're over $1.05 and get back inside its daily profile. But that's not what you have right now. On the weekly time frame, you don't like VGZ very well right now because it's below the bottom of a bullish structured weekly profile. So HD, this is not looking good, not unless price can close tomorrow back above $1.06, and then support will have held. And if support doesn't hold, you get another close lower. Next week, you're looking at 48 cents out there. The monthly time frame for VGZ says I want to pull back to 91 cents, and I want to test Stevie's green line. So that's the analysis on VGZ HD. I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. Hector and the fuel injectors. It is Thirsty Thursday, and we know Hector and Patty, they love Thirsty Thursday out there. Who doesn't love Thirsty Thursday? Let's see. Hector says he doesn't like the Dodgers. Why? They're good guys, and you beat them yesterday. What was the score? Final score, like 6-2 or something? Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back to take a look at GDX.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need a stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back out here. So Hector backed up the wagon. Thank God it was the wagon, not the truck out there in GDX this morning for a short-term hold. And so on the daily time frame chart, there's nothing to really like out here as far as I'm concerned. As far as GDX, it's trading with inside a nice profile, bullish in structure, but it's really towards the center. It's below Stevie's red line out here. So this is suggesting that price may pull back to 37.72. Now, you've got a nice bounce here this morning. And so I'm going to just skip the daily time frame charts out here and the weekly time frame charts. Instead, we're just simply going to go help you out with the 30-minute time frame chart out there. So on the 30-minute time frame chart, 30-minute time frame chart says, hey, go ahead and stay inside the wagon right now. We can see that it had a nice little TD. Now, this is now the GDX on a 30-minute basis. Nice TD9. Had a nice little hammer candle as well. And price is trying to get above Stevie's red line, which is priced at about, well, see if I can tell you exactly. 39.13 is the number, 39.17. So if by 2 o'clock you can get above that, close above that, that would suggest that price should make its way up to the top of that profile. And at the top of that profile, that's where you may want to consider taking some profits. That'd be 39.42. If price can close above that, maybe you adjust your stop. Maybe it's to the low of the bar before that or something along those lines. If price can close above 39.44, you should get 40.06 out there. So your real resistance levels on these trades are about 39.44, give or take, and $40.06 out there. So Hector and Patty, I hope that helps you out, and take a little bread off the table so that you can enjoy Thirsty Thursday, some kind of beverage to go with that bread. So folks, we're basically at the end of the show out there. If I didn't get to your request, my apology. Jared had one in there. He had two in there. And Jared, I'll just go ahead and respond to you individually out there. But stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Your favorite polar bear, David White. He's up next. After that, you got Tom O'Brien to take us on home. And I'll be back with you on Fantastic, Fabulous, Fun Day Friday. Have a terrific Thursday, folks.